Hi, everybody. It's Monica with American English with Monica. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. We're doing phrasal verb videos every week. And if you're returning, thank you. I really appreciate the subscribers and the comments and the questions and the requests. Yes, I love when you request certain videos. And today, this phrasal verb, to pin down, was a request from you. So thank you so much. I can't wait to talk about this. This is a good one. To pin down, there are more definitions than I will explain, but I'm going to do the two most common meanings today. Okay, so let's start. To pin something down, we can separate this phrasal verb. If you've been watching my other videos, you know that some phrasal verbs cannot be separated, but this one can. To pin something down means to finalize, to confirm. There's something you've been trying to plan for a while or you've been thinking about for a while, and now you're finally ready to pin it down. You're finally ready to finalize or confirm it. That's when you're pinning it down. We often use this phrasal verb when we're talking about the calendar, the date of an event. That's the most common place you will hear this expression. When we are trying to pin down a date for our next staff meeting, right? What week will be the best? What month will be the best? We need to pin down a date. When we pin down a date, we often have had a lot of planning that went into it. All right. It's not a simple thing. We're like, oh, we've been trying and trying to find the right time to have this event, to have a party, to have a meeting, and we're going to finally pin down a date. So to finalize or to confirm. Often we're talking about a date. So they've been dating for a while, the two women, and they want to have a wedding, but they haven't pinned down a date for their wedding yet, right? Or the new team members at the office, they need to attend a big staff meeting, but we haven't pinned down the next staff meeting yet. We're talking about, usually we're using this phrasal verb when we're talking about a problem in setting a date. We haven't pinned down something yet. We can also use it in the positive, right? We finally pinned down the date for the big event. But sometimes you'll hear this phrasal verb. I think a lot of the examples will talk about when you're still trying to. You haven't been successful yet to find the right date for the event. Do you have any examples of this in your life? Are you trying to plan something, but you haven't pinned the date down yet? Let me know in the comments. I'm trying to think of another example that's not about a date, because sometimes we have to pin things down that aren't about the calendar. A college student, right? If you're attending university and you don't know what you want to study, right? Maybe you've been there for a year and you've tried different classes and you're still not sure what you want to major in or what you want your degree to be in. But after a lot of thought, after some decision making, you finally pinned it down. You want to major in art, right? I would love to go back to school and major in art. That would be so awesome. That would be really fun for me. All right. So any examples of something you've pinned down after a lot of thought and consideration? Put it in the comments, okay? The next meaning is very different, and it's when we are physically stopping someone from moving. We're holding them down. Usually when we pin someone down, it's flat on the ground or on a surface, right? Maybe pinning down is not something people like. If you're the one being pinned down, you're being held. Your movements are restricted physically with force by someone else. It's usually not something that's pleasant. Although I grew up with siblings, sisters, and brothers, and when we were little, we would play and fight and hold each other down sometimes. So sometimes when people are pinning other people down, they're just playing. You might see animals do this when they're playing, like dogs or cats. But usually, when someone is being pinned down, they're being held with force, and it's not a good situation. Now, someone requested this phrasal verb, and I think they had heard it in the more professional setting. I hope you're not at a job that involves pinning people down. Although if you're in law enforcement or something like that, then you might be. But it's to restrict movement with like physical force. Yeah. You might have an example of this. If you pin a person down or to pin a date down. Those are the two most common meanings. All right. So I'm really glad you asked. When you request phrasal verbs, it really helps me to know what you want to learn. I love making videos, and I've started to add a couple of other topics. I do phrasal verbs every Friday. But I'm starting to add a few smaller, shorter videos about pronunciation or idioms or other expressions in English, other parts of speech. So be sure to click the bell and subscribe so that you know when a new video is out. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just type your examples or your questions in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.